Yeah, hi there, and these comments are for SA, and I am Michael Buckoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And you recorded independent speaking practice test number 50. Now what I want to do now is to listen and comment on your speaking. And if I remember correctly before we get started, so the question here is this. Suppose you want to get away for the weekend to relax during the summertime. Would you rather stay at a hotel, at the beach, or in the mountains? Give reasons to support your choice. And then you say,
I like to go to the beach.
Now you're not speaking loud enough. Remember, it doesn't matter if other students are in the room. When you're taking the TOEFL test, you have to speak loudly and clearly so that the IBT human raters can accurately evaluate your score, because if you're not speaking loud enough, it's hard for me to give you a good evaluation.
I like to go to the beach because I like to swim.
Okay, now I like going to the beach, but how about you restate the question and say something like this? Say, if I have to get away for the weekend, how about this? If I had to get away for the weekend, I would rather stay at a hotel at the beach. If you say it that way, you're doing two things. You're using if, a conditional statement, which demonstrates more advanced grammar, and you're more specifically framing your response around the purpose of the speaking task.
First, I like to feel the water, which is relaxing. Second,
Okay, so you like being in the water because it's relaxing.
I like to dove into the water. Third,
You like to what now?
I like to dove into the water. Third,
You like to do what in the water? So if you say you like to do in the water, you have to explain what it is you like to do. Do you like to go surfing? Do you like to go boogie boarding? Do you like to go snorkeling, scuba diving? Do you like to go fishing? Exactly what is it that you like to do in the water?
I like to relax and watch the show. Also, I like to play volleyball.
Okay, so here's part of your difficulty here. You're talking about a whole bunch of things that you like to do at the beach, but you're not giving yourself enough time to exactly describe all those ideas. Once you bring up an idea, you have to give some details. So here's my advice. Instead of talking about 4 or 5 different reasons why you like the beach, maybe focus around 1 or 2 key ideas and then spend the rest of your time giving examples for both of those points. So the TOEFL wants to see that you can take an idea and develop it with specific supporting detail. I'm not really seeing that in this response.
With my friends. And I like to do more exercise because when I do exercise, I feel happy. So
if you talk about going to the beach and doing exercise, you can say, I also like going to the beach because I can do exercise. For example, at Newport Beach, there's a bike path which goes for several kilometers along the north and the southern directions of the beach. So when I go to the beach, I can run a few miles, I can ride my bike, or I can walk on the path and get good exercise. That's how you develop a point. You know, you bring up an idea, but then you have to get more specific. You have to tell us, show us.
I feel exciting, especially when I win. Next thing, I like to barbecue in the beach. Finally, I like to stay in hotel in the end of the day.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen here. Let's go to the rubrics here. So, I like. You're using pretty much almost the same grammar over and over and over. That doesn't demonstrate good sentence variety. I'd like to have you take a look. Go to the grammar part of my course and take a look at, there's lessons to help you develop your sentence style. Go to the lesson on compound sentences. Go to the lesson on noun clauses. Go to the lesson on adjective clauses, and also on adverb clauses. All of those lessons will show you more advanced ways to combine ideas than what you're doing. So I would highly recommend that you take a look at those lessons. Now, also, in the grammar part of my course, there is a lesson near the end. I can't remember the name of it, but it's called Sentence Variety. Study that lesson. That's going to show you some specific ways that you can create different kinds of sentence styles to show you have better grammar in both your speaking and writing. From a delivery standpoint, you're speaking not loud enough, you're not changing your tone at all. In fact, you sound really, really sad the way that you're talking. You're not showing any emotion in your voice. So in the pronunciation area of my course, I'd like you to go to the lessons that focus around sentence rhythm and also intonation. You might want to write that down. Again, you're going to go to the pronunciation section of my course, study the lessons on sentence rhythm and also intonation. Okay, in terms of topic development, your ideas are very limited. You make a brief statement about something you like about the beach, but you don't give any specific details really to develop that idea. Then you move on to your next big idea. Then you move on to the next idea, but you're not really developing any particular area. Now it could be that you need better vocabulary, and that could be part of your problem here. And I got the solution. To develop your vocabulary, it'll take some time, but go to the vocabulary section of my course and take a look at vocabulary lesson number 3. This is a good ebook. It will help you master 200 basic words. Once you've mastered those 200 words, then go to vocabulary lesson 4, learn those words. Then go to vocabulary lesson number 5, learn those words. And then go to vocabulary lesson number 6. You'll be surprised. If you can learn the information that I'm telling you, and you can go to those lessons and improve in those areas, you will find that your speaking and writing will dramatically improve. It will. Now, it's going to take some time, so be patient. To learn this information, to learn these lessons will probably take you anywhere from 2 to 3 months. But if you do, you'll find that you have much, much better proficiency with your language. All right, anyway, thank you for completing the practice test. Now, what I want to do now is give you a score. I'm going to put you at about 1.66 out of 4. So for the TOEFL, you'll score about 13 points out of 30. Now, for our class, let's talk about your grade. Now, I'm going to give you full credit for doing the assignment. Because I don't want to shock you right now with a grade, but I want you to understand that if this were the final exam, you would receive a score of 60% on this speaking practice test. So you would not pass. This practice test would not be passing in my class for all the reasons that I've explained in this video. All right, but for right now, because it's a homework assignment or an in-class assignment, you did it in class, I will give you credit for having completed it. All right, so now you know. Now you have a pretty good idea of what some of your speaking limitations are. So what are you going to do? A, nothing, and continue to have the problems you're having, or B, will you follow my suggestions in this video to get better? That's what I hope you do. And you can do this. You can get better. All right? Anyway, thank you.